Hello, Tansy, lover of all things vampire, soon to be author of best-selling vampire novel. Mm. I am getting through my watch list, so on with our regularly scheduled programming of reviewing vampire TV shows and films that are out there in the wild. So I've jumped ship a bit from your list that you gave me, your challenge list, because I do have my own watch list that I have saved on my Netflix and Amazon Prime accounts, where every time I watch something terrible and vampire, it says, if you like this, you will like that. And I add anything that looks interesting to my watch list. So I decided to give a watch yesterday to a film called Monster Mash. And I'm making my way through a series at the moment called NOS4A2, like NOS4A2. Yeah, NOS4A2, NOS4A2. It's a number plate. So I will start with Monster Mash. Monster Mash is on Netflix and it's not terrible. It could be a lot worse. So it starts with the premise that Dr. Frankenstein wants to make himself an immortal body to transfer his consciousness into so that he can, stay alive. And to do that, he wants to collect parts from all the other major monsters whose licenses are currently freely available. So he sets about to collect parts of Ramesses, the mummy, parts of the Invisible Man, and he needs Dracula. He needs Dracula's blood as a trigger. But he doesn't want to go after Dracula straight away because Dracula is very, very powerful. So he kidnaps, or has his monster kidnap Dracula's daughter. Okay. And bring her back to a cell and then goes about collecting the other parts. The monster collects the parts from Ramesses and the Invisible Man so easily. I can't help but think that Frankenstein severely underestimated the power of his monster and could have just sent his monster out after Dracula directly. But nevertheless, that would have been a much shorter and more rubbish film. So we have the daughter as well, and there's a sort of a usual daughters in jail sort of friendship with the monster thing that goes through it so that they can eventually have Frankenstein's monster on team. It's very reminiscent of the Monster Squad. Although I would argue the Monster Squad is better. Although the Monster Squad, again, all of the movie monsters are the bad guys and the children have to defeat them. And that is a fantastic film. If you haven't seen the Monster Squad, go check out the Monster Squad because that is top tier schlocky kids film. But I mean, how they got away with that being a kids film, I don't know, because the special effects in it are pretty darn good. But go check out the Monster Squad. It also has a little bit of seeds of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in that you have the movie monsters teaming up, and a little bit of, frankly, Hotel Transylvania. It knows it's not good, and I think therein lies its saving grace. It doesn't go out there promising you that it's going to be highbrow or fantastic. It goes out there absolutely knowing what kind of a film it is, and it's all right for that. It was very watchable. I was expecting it to be a pause it and take a cup of tea break in the middle sort of a film, but no, it was quite watchable. I watched it from beginning to end and quite enjoyed it. I liked the fact that effectively the villains, the Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, and Invisible Man, were then the adventuring party. I mean, this thing was a role play game from the get-go. You could run this as a scenario. Each of you pick a monster from the classic movies, and whoever you don't pick will be the villain. And this could be an ongoing role play series. It would be fun. They each had a set of challenges that they had to go through using their special abilities. There were reasons why one character couldn't dominate. It was quite a well-run little role-play scenario. So, I would say thumbs up. Give that one a watch. it's an all right film, and it does have vampires in it. Which brings me on to the series NOS4A2, NOS4A2. Um, hmm. I have to admit I haven't finished it. This is a series that doesn't know where it wants to be. Is it the house with a clock in its walls? Is it Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? Does it want to aim at that kind of scary but for children market? Or does it want to go down the Stranger Things route and be a bit more than that? I wasn't sure at first, but as I carried on watching it, I started to realize this is not for children. This is about children, but some of the themes that are overtly hinted at are not okay. This is not intended for children, but on the other hand, it doesn't quite hit an adult audience either. I'd love to hear your opinion if you really love this series, because there must be something about it. Perhaps there's something about it I'm missing, but I feel like it's tonally missing. It's tonally not hitting, which is a shame because it is being brilliantly acted. The special effects are okay. The concept is good. Zachary Quinto is a fantastic actor and plays a brilliant villain. The pieces are there, but it's not quite hitting. Now, in terms of its storyline, it's very reminiscent of Clive Barker and Clive Barker's multiverse sort of stories. There are elements of it that are highly reminiscent of The Thief of Always. I'd love to see a show made out of The Thief of Always. This isn't it, though it comes close in places. I don't think Barker has anything to do with it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it has that feel about it. I'd love to see a series based around the Aberrat as well, but I digress. It has Stephen King-esque elements to it. It's just not quite hitting the mark for me, certainly. The main group of characters in it are teenagers. They're 18. But I mean, the main character is 18 and known as the brat. But I mean, 18 seems old to be still being considered to be the brat, the child. I don't know if their age was upped for the TV show, and maybe they're younger in the source material, because you couldn't show some of the things that happened to them as happening to a younger actor. It's not very vampiric. You've got vampire elements in that there is certainly a sense that the entity, these creatives, can feed on children. And obviously you've got the obvious reference of the NOS4A2, and something's happening to the children under this wraith's care. But I wouldn't say it was outright a vampire show. It's just alluding to vampires throughout it. I will give the rest of it a watch, and I will give you my opinion on it when it's finished. But I thought I'd better post something, because I have read on all of those things. To post something is better than to post nothing. So there's my opinion on two things that I have watched recently. I would say Monster Mash. Watch it. It's fun. It's schlocky. Doesn't take itself seriously. And if you're the sort of person that likes to think, I could run a LARP or I could run a roleplay off this, you could run a LARP and you could run a roleplay off this. NOS4A2, I don't know. Jury's out on that one. Watch it if you're curious and give me your opinion and what you think of it and what you make of it. But I think it's trying to ride the coattails of Stranger Things and failing. But perhaps I just don't know the source material. Perhaps it's actually amazing. Anyway, I will see you again tomorrow with my review of something else. I'm going to go watch it now.